That pit is called gastric pit, where it secretes chief cells and parental cells. These chief cells and parental cells will give rise to pepsinogen and hydrochloric acid. Pepsinogen is inactive until hydrochloric acid acts on it to turn it to what? Pepsin, which will digest protein. That's why digestion of protein starts from the stomach. Understand? Then after that, now move to the small intestine. The small intestine is there because small intestine is also long. The small intestine is long and has three parts. You have the jejunum, the ileum, and the duodenum. The duodenum is very, very important because digestion of carbohydrates and lipids start from the duodenum, because the pancreas will send the exocrine gland, there's amylase and so on and so forth, to the duodenum, which will act on the carbohydrates and so on and so forth. The jejunum is where the absorption will take place in the jejunum because of the presence of the villus or the villi, the microvilli, that will make the surface area very good so that it will absorb. Then the remnant of unabsorbed food will be absorbed in the ileum too, because when the food was not absorbed in when the food is not absorbed in the jejunum, it will be absorbed in the ileum too, and also the bile can also be absorbed in the ileum. And when the liver, when there's lack of secretions, or when there's lack of excretion of the bile leading to bilirubin, the person will lead to what we call jaundice. That's one of the clinical anatomy of the digestive system. Then moving from there, we'll now move to large intestine. The function of large intestine is reabsorption of water and the nutrients. And if the lateral like that, the small intestine did not reabsorb, there's where the antidiuretic hormone will take place. And also this large intestine has four parts. You have the cecum, we have the column, we have the rectum, have the anal canal. This column also have four parts. We have the ascending, descending, transverse, and sigmoid processes, or sigmoid columns. You understand? But the rectum is where this feces or undigested food particles will wait small before the reflect of it, before you go to toilet and start using toilet. That is what happens. So large intestine reabsorb water and also electrolytes and remaining nutrients, send the feces to what? To the rectum, from rectum to anal canal, from the anal canal to the what? To the outside environment. This is called physiology of defecation. Maybe in our next class, we'll not talk about the physiology of defecation, we'll not talk about the external and internal anal sphincter, which is controlled by voluntary and involuntary innervations. And also we'll also talk about the phases of secretions, where we have the cephalic phases, the gastric phase and intestinal phase, because the cephalic phase is being initiated when somebody have thought, imagination, or taste of food, while the other one happens when the food reaches the stomach. The other one happens when the food reach the intestine. So thank you so much and remain blessed.